We about to go in. We about to go in. We about to go in. Yes, sir. Shout out to the R.E.S.
First up, we're going to be talking about the L.E.S's physical therapy journey and how the images and videos that are coming out of his recovery have moved South Africans. Now, when it comes to social media, you get a lot of negativity on social media. You get a lot of toxicity on social media, but sometimes every once in a while, you do get some positivity, a glimmer of light of positivity. And that glimmer of light and positivity in this particular case is South Africans being moved by the L.E.S's physical therapy recovery journey. Now, before we get into all of that, we're going to go all the way back to 2024, the day of the L.E.S's birthday. A statement was put out by the Mampe family, the L.E.S's family, and this is what it reads. Mampe family press statement released the L.E.S medical condition. Johannesburg, Sunday, the 28th of July 2024. The family of renowned South African musician, the L.E.S, is deeply saddened to inform the public that he suffered a stroke at home on Friday, 26 July 2024 and has been hospitalized. Whilst he is in a stable condition, this remains a challenging time for his loved ones, and his family call on the public to keep him in their thoughts and prayers as they navigate this difficult period. Update on the L.E.S's condition will be provided as they become available. Thank you for your continued support, F2D family. So fast forwarding to 2025 right now, recording artist and record producer Leslie Jonathan Mampe, also known as the L.E.S, well, he is now in physical therapy, and some of the images that have been released on social media have touched fans. Now, the L.E.S's music career spans over 2 decades with early success as part of a band, Jozi. He's known for his solo hits like Heaven featuring AKA Muggs and Paid featuring AKA and Burna Boy, as well as Tippy Toes, which we'll get into that a little bit later. Now, as a rapper and a record executive, the L.E.S has made significant contributions to the South African hip-hop scene. He also ventured into television, starring in the reality show The Real Jozi A-Listers.
What the? Catch The Real Jozi A-Listers every Friday, 7 o'clock on Vuzu Amp, baby.
That is all the way back in the days of 2014 on a channel called Vuzu Amp. That is quite the throwback over there. But as I mentioned that last year, the L.E.S suffered a stroke on his birthday, which was a significant health scare for the artist. Now, as I am not a doctor, I had to do a quick Google search for you guys as to what is a stroke. So according to Google AI overview over there, it says a stroke, also known as a brain attack, occurs when blood flow to the brain is interrupted, either by blockage or bleeding, leading to brain damage and potential long-term disabilities. Here are more detailed explanation of what is a stroke. A stroke happens when the blood supply to part of the brain is interrupted or reduced, causing brain cells to die. This interruption can occur due to a blockage or a burst blood vessel. Brain cells begin to die within minutes without oxygen and nutrients, leading to potential brain damage and long-term disabilities. Now, thankfully, in the case of the L.E.S, it does seem that he is on the mend. In a video that was shared by @stroke_rehab South Africa on TikTok, the L.E.S is seen for the first time going through his physical therapy.
Yeah, I know they hear all sorts of things.
I know.
I do that exercise. Even a guy that couldn't speak, and I did that exercise.
Now, taking a look at some of the replies on social media, one user wrote, "Thank God he's better." Another user wrote, "Speedy recovery." Another user wrote, "So happy to see him home." And lastly, for those that know, another user wrote he will be back on his tippy toes soon. Ah yes, the tippy toes. I will say this is definitely one of my favorite L.E.S song. Well, right up there with Lifestyle. Next up, Gogo Maweni threatens her husband's side chick with witchcraft. Popular sangoma Makgotso Mofokeng, who's popularly known as Gogo Maweni, has struck again as she makes headlines for allegedly threatening her husband's side chick with witchcraft. Utuzomtarata, utuzomloya, destroy her, send lightning her way, lightning in a bottle. Now at this point, there is no denying that 2025 has been a very difficult and eventful year for Gogo Maweni, as already in these 3 months of 2025, she has had an extremely public feud with fellow Sangoma, Gogo Skoteni, as well as a few court appearances for assault charges. The expression "when it rains it pours" seems to accurately describe the current situation for the traditional healer. Now, as of recently, a voice note has made rounds on social media where she reportedly urges her husband to cut ties with his side chick. Now, in the voice note, Gogo Maweni can be heard telling her husband that if he does not end this, she will tagata, she will witchcraft this particular woman, and that she also knows where this particular individual lives. Let us take a listen to that clip real quick.
Try to build a future. Thank you.
No, tell her that you don't want to be with her, you don't want to see her, and I have a fucking address, okay? And her stupid ass that whatever you guys were doing together, it is over. And I'm not going to leave you for a rat that stays in Turfontein. A stupid gang of Fasipondo, or you thought it was good enough for you to come. You tell her that you're not interested in that shit. Because she's shit. And you tell her that she's shit. She was only good for then. She's not something you're going to build a future with because she's a fucking asshole.
So yes, there you have heard the clip yourselves. Gogo Maweni does say that if this woman refuses to adhere to her request, she will go to the extremes of witchcrafting her. Now, Gogo Maweni can also be heard telling her husband, I suppose, that this woman is, well, she more refers to the woman a rat and a piece of shit. Look, needless to say that on that particular voice note, Gogo Maweni does seem to be fuming. Now, personally, I've never been in a situation where I've been urged, coached, told what to say to a side chick or been caught cheating in this particular way. I can just imagine the nerves, what's going through the husband's mind. I mean, at the end of the day, he is married to a renowned Sangoma here in South Africa. And for me, another sad part about this particular clip is Gogo Maweni threatening to witchcraft the side chick. I mean, why is the husband not included in this witchcraft? Now, I'm not saying that I'm an advocate for witchcrafting other people, but as the saying goes, it takes two to tango, and it feels like Gogo Maweni is only focused on punishing the one side of this particular tango that went on. Now, when it comes to the tango that seemingly happened between Gogo Maweni's husband and this lady from Turfontein, well, it seems like there might have even been a produce. More on that a little bit later. But getting back to the point that I was initially making, I honestly do feel that it's a little bit unfair that Gogo Maweni seems to want to focus her witchcraft powers and prowess on the side chick and not the husband himself. But taking a look at some of the reactions on social media, one user wrote, "I thought Gogo Maweni was the strongest Sangoma with the most powerful muti in the world. Why doesn't she bewitch her husband to stop cheating?" Very valid question over there, which I personally do not have the answer to. But I have heard that Dr. Maweni does sell some type of muti that actually does stop husbands from looking around and makes your partner be infatuated in love with you and only you. Seems like it does not work when it comes to her own affairs. Another user wrote, "That girl from Turfontein is brave." 100% agree over there. Definitely brave. Braver still if she knew that the husband is actually Gogo Maweni's husband. Because also we have to consider that some husbands are liars out there. They'll come through to you with no ring, claiming that they have never been in a relationship before. They are 40-year-old virgins. But getting back to the clip itself and what I mentioned earlier in that there could have been actual produce from that particular tango between the husband and this side chick that is mentioned in that video. Well, Dr. Matthew, I don't know if you guys do remember one Dr. Matthew. Well, the controversial TikToker Dr. Matthew apparently joined in on this particular conversation, this particular chat, and I'm going to assume that since Dr. Matthew was chiming in when it comes to this particular topic, this is an old story. This is an old clip. I mean, at the end of the day, just go back to your records and see exactly when last the TikTok Dr. Matthew Lani last practiced his videos on TikTok. But yes, this is what Dr. Matthew had to say about this voice note.
I don't know, I must find another word. So guys, story time. Hey! So, there is this celebrity, well, it's a couple celebrity. This couple, the female is known as a practitioner of dark magic. Bo Hogwarts reporter type of vibe. You understand? And she's always, threatening to target people. You understand? Right now, there is a swasho that you could buy, and in 3 days, you get a 2 million rent Mercedes Benz. You understand? But that's fine. So it was then recently revealed that the husband was cheating on her to an extent where he had a baby outside of the marriage, allegedly. And we have a recording of this. So now in this recording, the husband is telling the other chick, Ogoti, listen, me and my wife, we are trying to build something. We are understand that. We are destabilized. And all girl in the background, Uti, because I practice dark magic, no report on me. Nizoguyenza. We understand. Guys, listen to the audio.
So yeah, according to Dr. Lani, who does not name names, but the clip that he plays at the end of his video is the clip of Gogo Maweni. Well, according to Dr. Lani, there was actually a child that was conceived during this particular infidelity. Now, this has to be an old clip. Like I said, it's been a while since Dr. Matthew Lani had his practice opened on TikTok.
Hey!
And our next topic, Gogo Maweni's husband addresses the cheating infidelity rumors. The controversial traditional healer and reality television star Gogo Maweni's husband, Sabelo, has set the record straight. Now, the clip that I played for you guys earlier seems to have gained significant attention online, that it seems like it has prompted Gogo Maweni's husband to come through social media, share a video on his TikTok account, setting the record straight. Now, in the video, he says that it is true that we learn from our mistakes. Why are you holding my balls for a mistake that happened 3 years ago? So as I mentioned to you guys, it does seem that that particular voice note is from quite some time ago. So let us take a listen to what Gogo Maweni's husband had to say.
Lalela, uma ngabe kuyiqiniso ukuthi sonke sifunda ngamaphutha, kungani ningibambe ngamasende ngephutha elenzeke eminyakeni emithathu eyedlule? Mhlawumbe uma ngabe seniqedile ukuhlekisa ngehlala izolo, kuyofanele nizibuze ukuthi mangaka amatafula bengawo uma besingawasusa amagama ethu ekwasekeleni. Mhlawumbe kuyofanele nikhulekele nengelozi yokwamukela ukuthi ukusehlukanisa nehlulekile. I'm building a future with my wife. Thank you. Mhlambe kuyofanele niphume niphele kuthina.
So yes, as you have heard, Gogo Maweni's husband seems to come through and admit that yes, he has made mistakes, and he's asking people, why are they still holding on to a mistake that he made 3 years ago? Hopefully he has changed. He's a changed man. He is a reformed man, and he is no longer cheating on his wife, Gogo Maweni. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a brave man. He should honestly hold a men's conference and tell us, where does he get this bravery from? But yes, for those that also did notice, is that he does not deny the cheating allegations. And I also will say this, he does not deny the child out of wedlock, the child that was born via his infidelity. So at this point, I mean, at the end of the day, are you going to take Dr. Matthew Lani's word? For me personally, Dr. Matthew Lani is not the most reliable of sources. But hey, he was a doctor once. And that is the end of the news. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please do me a huge favor. Share it with your family, your friends, and your enemies. Confuse the hell out of everybody. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to RedLive if you haven't, and binge watch my previous videos.